Hi guys, it's Leslie here from Scott Fit. Today I'm just going to do about half an hour, 35 minutes of yin yoga and helping to boost our immune system. So hop into something comfy and join me on the mat. And we're going to start in a hero's pose, really just sitting on your knees. Now if you find this uncomfortable, please perhaps roll up a blanket and place it in between the knees so you can sit nicely back, or if you've got a problem with your knees then just place it underneath your knees, or you can indeed sit on a bolster or on a block. So welcome onto your mat today, and we're thinking of our immune system at this time, and this virus is spreading the world so quickly and taking lives, so we want to protect ourselves. And the way we can help our drainage of lymph really is one of the ways we can help boost our immune system. That, along with some nice juicy twists within our intestines to help flush out any bad things within our body. So first off, just close your eyes and welcome yourself onto the mat. Allow your body to relax and allow yourself to calmly relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allow your hands to become heavier in your arms. And feel that with each breath you're just allowing any anxiousness and any worries, just allow them to be breathed out. We'll start our practice off just with some releasing of our neck. So gently drop your ear down to the left side or right, whatever you feel more comfortable with to start with. And allow your head to become heavy. Drop the other shoulder away from you so that you can feel that beautiful stretch down the side of the neck. Now we hold about a third of our lymph nodes within our head. So we'll start off with some drainage just down the side of our neck. So just taking your forefinger, middle finger, just the top of the outside of the ear, around the back, and just gently stroke the side of the neck and float off the side. So nice and gentle pressure, nothing strong. About 5 times. And then allow the opposite hands to just kind of walk away from you so you can feel that extended release down the side of the neck. And all the while we're doing this, we're putting compression at the back of the knees where another of our lymph nodes are. Yes, so just sort of allowing any blockages to clear. Couple more breaths. And gently using the hand to lift the head, come back to center. Take a moment to pause, noticing how your body feels from one side to another. And with our yin yoga today, it's all about just releasing into the posture rather than pushing through periods of sort of pain or a deep stretch. We're really looking at release rather than stretching. So let's do the opposite side. Gently drop your head down to the other shoulder. Relax the opposite shoulder away. And find that release down the side of the neck. We hold a lot of tension in between our shoulder blades and in our shoulders, the top of our shoulders and in our neck. So it's good to get them a little stretch, a little released here. The same two fingers on the outside here, just gently releasing that lymph flow down towards the heart. And once you've done that 5 times, allow the fingers to float towards the floor and deepen that release on the side of the neck. All the whilst feeling your legs becoming sort of heavy on the floor. Body relaxed, nothing held taut. And give yourself this time to be on your mat, just to be present in the moment. And again, using the hand to gently help the head back up. No sudden movements, that releasing of the neck. And if you've decided to sit in this position or cross-legged, then we're going to come into a forward fold, the butterfly. Allowing, maybe to stretch your legs out, just feel that surge of energy through your body, feel that Venus return, and the release through the back of the knees here. Our body is great one to store this energy sometimes, and not always in a good way. Sometimes we store the bad energy, all that feeling of anger, frustration, anxiousness, stress. And this practice today will help you to become a little bit calmer and to release those feelings and emotions. So when you're ready, just placing the soles of your feet together. Never pull your feet into position, just allow them to be placed where you feel comfortable. Ideally, if we can get access to the soles of our feet, then that's what I'm aiming for. We're looking at the inner crease of the thighs that are getting compressed here. We're looking at our digestive system that's being compressed as well. And also, just with our thumbs, we're going to lightly, gently tap inside of our soles here, just for about a minute. And take a nice, gentle forward fold into position of comfort. Finding that edge, that sort of barrier before it becomes too painful. But you can really feel that release happening through the hips, through the ankles, through your back, all the way to the top of the neck. Allowing your head to float down towards the floor, wherever you get to, wherever that edge is for you. Just gently sink into it. Allow gravity to gently pull you down without pushing downwards. Still tapping into the inside very gently of those insoles. And then releasing. And sometimes when we're in this position, you might feel the tightness in your hips and the lower back. Maybe across the back of the shoulders. Just take a nice deep in-breath into the belly, into the back of the shoulders. And as you exhale, feel your body becoming heavier, more rooted down to the floor here. Into Mother Earth. Letting go of that stress and worries. Breathing in the goodness and good energy. Dispersing that bad energy as you breathe out. You may feel the rise of the body as you breathe in, and then the flowing downwards as you breathe out. Softening, releasing. Within your home practice, you can do these postures for any length of time, from a minute to 10 minutes, even more if you feel the need to. Is that what feels good for today? So just pause the video and come back when you're ready. But for today, I'll just be staying in them for a couple of minutes each. Just to get that gradual release. That softening of all the tension. Breathe into any areas of tension. You may feel it in your lower back, as I said, in the hips. So take that breath, just touch into it with some light, some positivity. And breathe out that negativity. Last few breaths. Trying to find that calmness, that stillness. And when you're ready, just as you inhale, start to walk the hands towards the groin, slowly uncurling your back, lifting the head up last, using your hands to draw the knees up. And just straighten them out for a little bit and just take that moment in between. Again, feeling the flow of energy within the body, the changing energy. And quite often with the yin, we not only process the physical changes within our bodies, but also the emotional and the mental changes. Something subtly might shift through our practice. Whatever it is, whatever happens is okay. Just allow it to flow freely. Take a moment now. We're going to come into a side bend, allowing your body to come side on onto the right hip. And you can use a rolled up blanket if you wish. If you don't have a bolster at home, or if you have a block, you could use a block. Bring your legs into some position of comfort. Today I've chosen just a deer pose where both legs are sort of bent at a 90-degree angle, but that might not feel comfortable for your hips. So don't worry. And what we're aiming to get into is in the side, the underside as we lay over, and the upper side to release. Underside to compress, the upper side to release. So bringing whatever chosen thing you have, it could be a pillow, blanket, bolster, block. We want it into the soft part of the body. So allowing the underarm to come forwards and the head to come down. And again, you might need something underneath the head to support it. If you feel happy that your neck's going to relax and recover over, then do so. Try not to twist here. Just have that lateral flexion of the body. Compression on the right side or the underside, release on the left. And decide what you want to do with this top arm. It might be happy to just relax on the back of your body, on the side or at the front. Or indeed it might want to come over just to increase that release. But be careful. Remember, you don't want to go past that edge, that gentle release. We want to feel our body slowly relaxing into all of the poses we do today. Focusing on any tight areas of tension within our body. Allowing the breath to touch into that. With this position, we're aiming to touch into the liver and the kidneys to help with flushing of fluids, any debris in these areas, with the intestines as well.
Quite often it's difficult to breathe on the compressed side, so really focus perhaps on using that breath to expand into the upper side. Feel that gentle opening of the rib cage, and the lungs. Get an exchange of temperature, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, that waste material. Slowly softening, slowly relaxing, slowly releasing. If you have your hand above your head, just gently bring it back down by your side, releasing your shoulder. And then raising your top hand to gently, slowly push you up out of this position and feel that release from the compression on the underside of the body. And again, find a position of comfort that you can notice the difference on one side of the body. One side will feel completely released and stretched out. The underside will feel that full release from the compression. Very different sensations from one side of the body to the other. And we allow that sort of equilibrium to come back into our body when we rebound out of the poses. And just as important as being in them is to feel that rebound and recognize what's happening. So all you need to do is just kind of bring your props over to the other side. Choose the position for your legs again. It might be that deer position, it might be another position. Again, entirely up to you. No right, no wrong answers. And you may possibly notice that the side of your body feels completely different than the other. And that's quite normal. So again, it's that soft part between the ribs and the hips that we're aiming for to compress. Allowing your body to float over, and again, recognizing the difference from one side to another. I know my body is not equal, so I generally have to prop my head up on this side. But again, that's okay. I've understood that, I recognize it, and I work with it. Again, not twisting. Settling into that position, choosing position of the arm, wherever feels comfortable for you. And then once you've found that edge, you found that position you feel comfortable in, yet you can feel that release gently happening. Just try to relax into it. Try to use this time to let go. Let go of all that negativity that you might be holding on to, that stress and worry. And breathe in the goodness, calming, the pleasure of just taking this time out for you. as the time continues now, trying to focus on relaxing and calming your mind from anything really, just allowing your mind to be still and calm as well. Not easy. And sometimes we all struggle with that. If you do find yourself struggling to have that calmness, maybe focus on just one thought only, and allow that to expand gradually, or use your breath, just hone into your breath. And if all of that fails, maybe open your eyes and just focus on one thing within your room. Again, no right or wrong answers here. It is whatever feels comfortable for you, what feels right for you in this moment. Every time you come onto a mat is a different experience. So again, allowing that top arm to float down by your side again if you have it above your head. And gently pushing up with your top hand, releasing that compression on the underside and coming back into your body, equalizing each side out. Taking that time in between our poses to feel the different energies flowing through. And I mentioned that we were going to do some lovely twists, and that's what we're going to end on today. So I've chosen to do it against the wall today, but you don't have to. You could actually just lay on your mat and draw your knees to your chest and move your knees to one side. But for me, I've decided to do it against the wall to give me some support and grounding. And kind of allowing my feet to come up and my knees bent. And I want to gain access into our armpits here, inside of the elbows and top of the wrists, where again we have these lymph nodes. And I've chosen the cactus arms today to sort of get into those areas. And when you feel ready, just float your feet down to one side, coming to that edge, twisting through the spine. Now for some, your feet may remain on the wall, and that might be comfortable for you. Others might float further down, again, find that place of comfort, or all the way down. And some might want to draw their knees up. Again, find that position where you feel comfortable. And then eventually turning your head to the right, if your neck allows, into that full spinal twist. Expansion through the right side, particularly with your knees down to the left. Down through the elbow, into the wrist. And perhaps think about the digestive system here. We're twisting through the torso. That's aiding in our digestion. We're sort of trying to allow any blockages to release that we have within our intestines, our bowels, stomach. There's also a lot of lymph nodes within the small intestines that can help the flow of drainage. So again, all linked into one. Try to soften and relax. few breaths now. Just gently start to roll the head back to a centre position. Gently walk your feet back up the wall, releasing onto your back. Take that moment to pause, maybe draw the arms downwards, releasing your shoulders. And again, take that moment in between. The weight's fully supported now by the earth. You're in an inversion, your legs higher than your torso. So the Venus return is coming into the body here, allowing that exchange of fluids, getting rid of all the waste material and debris. When you're ready, just choosing those arms again, if you feel happy with that, or whatever position they feel more comfortable in. Gradually walk your legs down to the other side, recognizing where that edge is, where you feel comfortable in. You can actually feel that release, but it's not too much. Stopping at any point that you feel you wish to. Once you've reached that final position, adjusting anything that to make yourself more comfortable, and then gradually turning your head to the left, the opposite way to your knees. Doesn't matter if you started the other side, we always do both sides. Again, notice the difference from one side to another. Our bodies aren't equal in that fashion generally, but that's okay. Could be a number of reasons for that. Just be the way your body's made up, or it could be through injury, through lifestyle. It's just appreciating how our bodies are and how they react to what we ask them to do. And focusing on that stillness, that calmness, sense of peace and serenity. Knowing that you are safe at this moment. You are safe. And you are loved. Gently now, drawing your head back to that center position. As we're walking your feet back up to the center. Taking that pause, releasing your shoulders. The final position is that legs are all, and you may wish to draw a blanket or a bolster underneath your lower back, just to raise yourself. It is an inversion. So if you've got a block, a bolster, anything, pressing into the wall, lifting those hips up. and allowing that to come underneath so that your head is lower than your heart now. And walking your feet up to a comfortable position, wherever that might be. For some, they might want to bring in the straddle, kind of leaning into the nose in between the legs, and the crease of the legs. Others might want to have them gently bent or straight. Find your edge, find your position that you feel comfortable in. And tuck your chin in gently, just extending that neck a little. Maybe feeling that flow of energy back into the torso now. The lymph working alongside the blood vessels. Both transporting fluid around the body. Both bringing goodness in. Both getting rid of the waste. And if for any reason you're not feel comfortable with your hips raised, you can just again press into the wall and take that prop out from underneath you and just lay fully on the floor. So just in between sort of your chest here, on your sternum, just using your forefinger, middle finger, just gently, very lightly tap into the lymph nodes there in between the chest. Very gentle tapping. You're kind of coming into the central station of all the lymph nodes, where the exchange of the waste material happens into the blood system. So it's a very light tapping. Just stimulating it's underneath the skin. And then down to the bottom of the sternum, the same thing. Maybe using the other fingers just to give your arm a rest. Very lightly tapping. And release. Gently take your time coming out of this position, just pressing into your feet. You've still got your block or bolster underneath you, just gently push that away. Roll on to your left side, more calming side, to continue with that little bit of peacefulness. Just cradle your head, pausing here for a few breaths. Gently pushing yourself up. So finish our practice now. So sitting in a position of comfort for you, whatever that be, cross-legged, legs out front, on your shins. Take a moment now just to bring your palms together. Thumbs gently pressing into that sternum with a gentle bow of your head, and just take a moment now to reconnect with your body, the physical body. How does it feel at the end of your practice now? Has there been any subtle shifts, any changes? Check in with your emotional being. Again, noticing those slight shifts within the body, within the emotions. And finally, your mental being. Again, those slight changes that might have occurred. Final breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last vestiges of stress and anxiousness floating away. Finishing our practice of Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon.